Hey guys, how's it going? It's KO from Tempo Storm here again, and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about Abathur, and I wanted to cover some things that I didn't get to in my last video that I wanted to go over. So, just to recap, in my last video I went over the two main playstyles I think you should be implementing when you're doing Hero League and competitive play with Abathur, and that's the hat build, which works best with like Illidan's or even like a Sonya, depending on the situation. Um, and the other build being the mine build, which is all about slowing rotations and getting a lot of value out of clones and team fights. So today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the mine build in particular, and kind of what kind of things you can do to play that particular spec better, and be more effective for your team. And so for this game, I'm in a try mode here, but let's pretend that this is Cursed Hollow. And I've set myself to level 7 so I can show this because I feel like level 7 kind of shows its full power. We're going to take Envenom Nest here, we're going to take Prolific Dispersal and be slow on the mines, which are the talents that you would be taking going this build. So let's call right here the mid lane gate on Cursed Hollow. Let's call this up here the shrub that's in between lanes and top lane, and down here is bottom lane, and this is going to be the tribute. Okay, and obviously like wherever the trib is you can switch up the roles. You know, this is just one example, but this works for situations where the tribute's top or wherever it is. But yeah, let's talk about Cursed Hollow, because Cursed Hollow is easy to look at and kind of theorize about because it's such a symmetrical, straightforward map. There's 3 lanes, you're going to get a tribute in between in the jungle, and they're about the same distance apart. So, alright, so what I try to do when I'm playing the mine build, the first tribute spawns around between 2 minutes and 30 seconds and 3 minutes. So what you want to be doing is storing up your charges, okay? And this seems a little counterintuitive. First of all, in the beginning of the game, when you first start, you want to be using your mines for information on laning matchups. So, and you want to be scouting out a roam squad. So in the beginning of a game, you're going to lay mines in between the rotation from mid to top and mid to bottom. And if they have a gank squad that you've scouted out, you want to lay more mines to cover people so they can, you know, have like a ward basically and a heads up if there's a gank coming for them. But once you get past that first early game and lanes are kind of figured out, and you're coming up to that 2 minutes and 50-second mark, that's where you want to start saving up your charges on your Toxic Nests so that every time a tribute comes up you can make this play. And the play is like goes like this. So you should have 4 or 5 mines because you've been saving your charges up. Alright, and then boom, a tribute spawns. Now what you want to do, one thing I forgot to mention, try to position yourself back in the mid lane. Obviously this doesn't always work because depending on the situation you might need to be having your body in a side lane, but if you can do it, keeping your body in the mid lane right behind the gate allows you to mine up either the top side of the jungle or the bottom side of the jungle very easily. So you're sitting behind mid wall right now, and the tribute spawns in the bottom half of the jungle. As soon as you see the tribute spawn, that's when you want to dump all of the charges in your mines. So you can lay one, you know, like right under it basically as an interrupt, and then you're going to lay some kind of leading into it on the rotation areas, right, from where their team is going to be coming from. You want to make sure, you want to know that the enemy team is not already there. For some reason, if they were in the middle of a rotation or something, you saw them, you know they're right there. Don't dump all your mines there because they'll just kill all your mines instantly. But for the most part, they're going to be in lanes. They're not going to know where the tribute's going to be, so they're not going to already be there. And that's why you need to be very quick in placing your mines the second you see where the tribute is, okay? You're in mid lane, so you're going to be in range to put mines down, whether it's top side jungle or bottom side jungle. So, okay, you've dumped all your mines on the spot. The next step, you're going to tunnel up to the opposite side of the map, and you're going to go for an aggressive positioning so that your locust push. And now with your mines, what you're going to be doing is placing them in the rotation areas to where you are, okay? and you want to rotate. So like when they're trying to come from mid lane, they're going to hit all these mines. Meanwhile, you're heading whoever's in the fight, and you're helping them win the fight. The whole point of mining the rotations for afterwards, and why you're using your mines this way, like once the fight at the tribute has happened and during the fight, is because as soon as the tribute's over, the enemy team that's fighting there is going to want to rotate out back to their lanes. They want to get back to the soak. A lot of times, they're going to be rotating straight through the jungle again. So because you have the slow mines and everything, you want to space them out, and you want to space them out in increments where basically somebody is mounted up. They're going to hit a mine, get demounted, move forward a bit, and then try to remount and keep moving. They're going to get constantly dismounted. That's a really frustrating thing if you've ever run into that situation. Once the tribute has been taken, you want to dial back your position a little bit from where you were. Okay, like right now I'm playing right up to the gate, but there's equally good chance that the enemy's going to come from base, right? Especially if they were low or whatever. Sometimes you can actually see if they're backing or whatever, or if they died, they're going to be coming from lane, obviously. So as soon as the tribute's been taken, you want to take a much safer position in your brush. You can still stay in this position because you have all these mines here, so you're going to see the enemies as they rotate back down the lane. Okay, so what I'll usually do is I have all these mines here to cover their rotation now back to me, because they know you're there, especially good players. They're going to see your stuff near your locus, and they're going to expect you to be there. But don't panic, don't run away immediately. You can still get good pressure and keep an aggressive positioning because you have these mines covering you. And what you want to do is like move back to the defensive part of the brush and just lay like a mine right there and right there. So when this guy, if they do come from lane, they're going to try to gank you immediately, and they're going to run into these mines, and you can very safely just kite back through. So that would be one rotation of a tribute. Tunnel yourself back to the mid lane behind the gate, and rinse and repeat. That's how you play the early game with Abathur and the mines build. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that gives a little bit of strategy that you can try when you're playing this mine build, because it's super effective, super annoying for the enemy team. Maybe I'll make another video talking about how to play the hat build in a similar sense. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.
Up here from Shot, sends in the Banelings. The flank comes in from ETC. He's going to get blown up. Gravity Lapse goes down. There's the Phoenix as well. Here comes the Precision Strike and Mosh Pit on top of 4 people. A lot of damage going down on the end of Blaze.